Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Benchmark Podcast.
Season 3, more explosions, specifically because Borderlands sucks ass.
And it did not have a lot of explosions.
And I'm sorry to y'all, but I'm just proving the point right now because me and my brother been going back and forth for a little while. But starting over.
I never said Borderlands is going to be good. I've never said that.
You've been defending it like you one of the
Oh,
original.
I did not.
You were Johnny Cochran in.
I did not. I never said Borderlands is going to be great. It was one of the few video game
You're defending the
adaptations I haven't
casting
liked.
of Kevin Hart.
Yes, I was defending the casting of Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart isn't the worst comedic actor that has ever come across. Matter of fact, I'd say this is another podcast, but I'd say he's probably in the top 10 comedic actors of all time.
Top 10?
Yeah, top 10.
So Rodney Dangerfield's higher or lower than him?
Well, I'd have to. You're going to be mad with that answer. So before we get off topic,
Let's go ahead and actually have an introduction for the people who've never had us before.
This is Brother Wolf, and I'm joined by my brother
YNB Collins.
And today as always, we are the Benchmark Podcast, where we help you and us do better with life. But today we're going to talk about what's going on at the movies. Why? Because movies are good to get us away from all the bad day-to-day stuff that normally happens. Instead we go to the movies where day-to-day stuff is happening in the making of the movies, apparently.
This is... we need Rev Ross right now because we are at odds on this one. I'm pretty sure more of you going to side with Brother Wolf, but I'm pretty sure there will be a fair contingent that agrees with me.
So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's talk about the different movies that they have.
You got to press the click button.
Yeah. So, first of all, number one at the box office right now, Deadpool and Wolverine. I think this is the one movie that you're going to find out of these 10 that me and my
No, we're doing 11.
Oh, well, actually, we're doing 12 if you want to get to that one.
No. We're doing 11. It's just 12. See the difference?
But the one movie that me and my brother can both agree on that we want to see and that we'd like to see is Deadpool and Wolverine. It will be something that will be done. My brother Mike, he may watch it on Disney Plus. He may watch it at the movies. That I'm not sure of. I probably will watch it on Disney Plus myself. I will watch it at the movies if an opportunity comes up.
If I get to go with some friends who are actually nerds, I'd go and see it.
If I get to go with some friends, I'll go and see it too.
But if I can't, then I'm not going to do it. And the problem is threefold. Number one, time. I'm a nighttime guy.
Right.
By the time I wake up, it's time to go to work.
And most of the time, a movie is like a 3-hour thing. Like that's a
you got to
huge
get
chunk.
there. You got to
Yeah. That's a huge chunk of a day.
Now, mind you, and this is what I said earlier. If you're not doing matinee prices, that means you're paying, what, $15 for the ticket?
I don't know the last time I did not go to a matinee.
Yeah. You're paying $15, $20 for a ticket. Mm-hmm. You're paying for the popcorn. You're paying for the drink. You dropped all this stuff. My thought is, and I will never, ever say to do anything illegal, but if you were to buy an eighth of something that's herbaceous and green, you probably could have a better time. Just saying. And if you don't believe me, as a bartender, go ahead and get a handle of Jack and call it a wrap. Done.
So we're in the middle of what would be considered, a good movie season that they have right when they come out back to it. Like I said, my brother will disagree with me on some of this topic.
No, most of this. To put that officially, I'm so confident in that I disagree with you that I would take a 95% that I disagree with most of what you say. 95.
Moving on.
So wait. To go back to Deadpool and Wolverine, what's the main reason I don't want to see Deadpool and Wolverine?
The main reason you don't want to see? I didn't know that you had a reason you don't want to see
I don't
it.
fucking like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah. Well,
I despise him. Like, okay, shifting down for a second. Scroll down on the. Also, intern, put this website. What website is this?
this is IMDb.
On IMDb, this is the listing of it. We'll make sure it's in the notes. But scroll down. No, not all the way down. Jesus. Right there, number 6 is Twisters. I have zero interest in seeing Twisters. I have more interest in the science behind it. But the dude who is the flannel wearing guy who plays Hangman in Maverick,
Uh-huh.
I would prefer to see him get his teeth locked out like Mankind than actually watch him in a movie.
Ouch.
In the same for Ryan Reynolds. If I could slap him with a chair and make him cough up, I'd be happier.
What did I don't even want to know what Ryan Reynolds did to you.
Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, and you're a Lantern fan. Okay. All right.
And number 2, he ruined waiting for me as well. And number 3, women in refrigerators. That's kind of a fucked up topic, but he had that as a, I don't want to see Ryan Reynolds.
Well, the sheer amount of stuff that happens in that movie outside of Deadpool, in which Deadpool I do think is a great character. That's another controversial topic, I think, for my brother. But I do think Deadpool is a great character. But the things that happen during this movie is another reason why it is so big. Because
there is a spoiler that I want to see. There is a famous actor who's on this list who plays a character that we like that I want to see. I'm not spoiling because we're spoiler free, right?
Right.
But there's 2 characters that I want to see, and neither of them are Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman. That's the only way to say it. All right, so moving on. What's box office number 2?
Alien Romulus. We had this conversation before we got on the podcast, but my brother said Alien died off after what, Aliens 3? You would say that was the last good Alien movie?
No, I'd say Resurrection was probably the best one.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is this. So to give my stance, I own a director's cut of Aliens signed by Lance Henriksen and Michael Biehn. So as a scale of nerd or not nerd, I'm a nerd.
And you know this franchise pretty well. I know that from all the conversations with you.
Alien watched. Aliens watched. Alien 3 watched. Did not watch Resurrection. Did watch the first AVP, and I just was like, my Predator and me? No, I don't. And I actually read the original novels. So I'm like, no, I know who this chick is, or supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Didn't watch the second one because I'm like, that became a slasher film. It wasn't an Aliens film, you know what I mean? And then Covenant and Prometheus, I just heard it was just poo stanky bad. So wasn't interested in it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like when we get to Borderlands.
But I watched all of those Aliens that you mentioned about, except for I didn't watch Covenant. I didn't watch Alien Covenant. It just wasn't something that came up for me to watch. But I feel very similar to how you felt, except I actually did like the AVP movies.
The one with the kids?
Yeah, I like those. I didn't. Let me say I didn't really have the same take as I did with the other Alien movies. Like the original Alien movies were all horror stuff. Those felt more like action movies. So I took it more like an action movie and less like a horror movie, like I did with the original. Like it changed genres to me.
The AVP was horror at first, then it became action. Then the one with the kids, that was horror. That was a slasher movie.
Right.
It was just straight snatching kids. And it's like, all right, what is this, Texas Alien Massacre? Like, so no, it was one of those not as interesting in seeing it. And the problem is that they're trying to do things with the IP that I don't believe are helpful unless there is a larger end game I don't see. Because I mean, when to think about it on a scale of yes to no. What is the xenomorph? An apex predator.
Right.
Okay, well, what else do you do? I played the Alien vs. Predator games. I would go ahead. I remember being a kid and being at my friend Adam's birthday party, and he got, because he loved the aliens, got that. I'm like, cool, he got one of the aliens to come through, and we got to see it. Awesome. I would actually like to see H.R. Geiger's original models for it. There's nothing else that's really saying I need to watch this except who's the new batch of people that's going to die to Freddy, for lack of a better term. So I don't have too much interest in it because I don't know what they're going to do. And the reason why I give Resurrection the credit it is for the scenes I have seen is because Ripley was still Ripley, but Ripley was, because she was a clone, because she had so much experience in her stoicism. Like, Sigourney knocked that shit completely out the box.
I think she plays really good. There are certain actresses that play really good female leads, and she's one of them.
And you know what the other thing that makes me laugh is this? It's not a movie, but arguably the best Alien IP to come out since then was Alien Isolation with her daughter.
Right.
You know? So I don't have interest. So moving on, what's the third one?
It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us is another one of those romantic movies that you'll run across in the vein of like your Notebook kind of movies and everything like that.
I'm single right now, so if I had somebody to go with, I'd go with. But I'm not seeing that by myself.
I understand. It may not be it wouldn't be your cup of tea to watch by yourself. I completely agree. Blink Twice. Now we had this conversation.
No, I'm not. I'm off mic right now. Nope. I refuse. I'm not doing it.
So Blink Twice is one of those movies. It is the surprise horror flick of this time of year. They have these kind of movies every year around this time. Like your Get Out or your Them or your Us, those kind of movies that come out from off of new or burgeoning directors. Blink Twice is one of the ones with Channing Tatum in it.
Who's the director?
And the director is Zoe Kravitz. This is her directorial debut. She comes to this with a new take on the horror genre. I get very close to Get Out kind of feels from off of the movie. It is one of those movies that is a thriller in which you're not exactly sure where the killer is going to come from. You almost know who the killer is, like those kind of movies, but you're not sure where the killer is going to come from. And that's the feeling that I get from the movie. My brother, he does not agree with me on this, and we may as well move on.
I was being good like you wanted.
So The Forge is a movie in which I have to say,
it exists.
Yeah, basically.
These movies suck. How did you say they're... People go to the movies because there's nothing else to do, and they have to go ahead and fill up the time before they fuck.
Oh my God. Hot take from my brother, like no more.
That's why I'm a bartender. We just go straight to the fuck.
So on to the next movie. It's 6 Twisters. Now, this has been a movie that people have been thinking has been really exciting, really interesting. A movie that deals a lot. It has a lot of science with dealing with the twisters and everything like that with it. I would think that my brother, as an environmentalist, would be interested in it. But as he said, it is too, what would you call the word, Hollywood for you?
Oh, no, it's not appropriate for human consumption.
Okay.
I'm being quiet once again.
Your opinion of it is that I didn't know you felt that strongly against it. But yeah, your opinion is it's not appropriate for human consumption. Okay. Number 7, Coraline.
The animated version of Blink Twice. Moving on.
This is the 15th anniversary edition of the movie. It has a huge following. There's a reason why a lot of people have liked it. It holds a special place in a lot of people's heart. It was one of the early Tim Burton movies. It was really good. The Crow is another movie in which. Do you have any comments on that on this one, brother?
I mean, at least the main actor didn't die.
Oh my goodness.
So here's a question for you. What is the Crow's real name? What is the guy behind the Crow? The man behind the mask?
Brandon. Yeah.
No, that's the actor. The character's name, not the Crow. Just like Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Who's the Crow?
The Crow. The character behind the mask.
Yeah. So Captain America is Steve Rogers.
Oh.
Tony Stark is Iron Man. What's the Crow's name?
I'm not sure.
Eric Draven.
Eric Draven. Okay.
See, I know more about the Crow than you, and I have no interest in it.
Yeah.
It's one of those, if a like Deadpool, I'll go see it with a friend. I'll go see it on a date. I'll go see it on regular TV, but I'm not paying money for it. I'm not. It's going to come on Tubi soon enough.
Gotcha. So I have a deep cut for you, brother. What is the last movie that you showed interest in actually going to the movies for?
Give me a second to think about it.
I had a feeling.
Because it's one of those, remember the movies just don't, it's not a thing for me.
Gotcha. All right, so on to number 9, Despicable Me 4. This is something that I watched with my sons, with the twins. I went ahead and I watched this. They've been going to watch movies. They really like the Despicable Me franchise. The Minions are something that they find adorable. You know, they love they love the different things that Gru gets into, especially now. Gru is getting a little bit older.
Who is Gru?
Gru is the evil scientist from the.
Oh, I thought that was one of the Minions' names.
No.
Okay.
The Minions' names are stuff like Larry and Carl. It's they have the most generic.
They're the Stooges.
Yeah, like Larry, Carl, Bob. The Minions have the most generic names, and like it's so funny because you'll see like 100 Minions go up, and Gru is probably one of the best bosses ever because he actually knows each and every one of their names, and we look at him and we're like, who the hell are? And they're like, Bruce, what are you doing? And we're like, which one is Bruce?
You are proving unequivocally that you are a father.
Yeah, exactly. I do not doubt this. I
can't get mad. I can't get mad. And look, as someone who go ahead and, watch stuff with my little cousins or whatever, I'm like, what the hell are we watching? It made them happy. I'll keep it on. You know what I mean? And I think about, to be fair, I know there was some shit that looking back and watching the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mom, thank you for bringing me to the theaters and going ahead and dealing with that nonsense because I know it's something you didn't want to do. So I appreciate it.
And also, this is one thing that I want to say, and because my brother hates the actor, he may actually agree with me on this. Steve Carell's best role is probably Gru.
Yeah, because you don't have to see his ugly ass.
Moving on. Inside Out 2, one of the Pixar movies, a really good one. It helps kids growing up dealing with emotions. It gives emotions a face in which you could go ahead and see. It helps a lot dealing with mental health issues, and just all realizing that we all have different emotional things and everything like that we go through. And Pixar is really good at these tales, dealing with that, whereas a person coming of age kind of tale.
I guess part of the reason why I wasn't excited about it was the last one I saw was Red Panda. Was that the one?
Yeah, Red Panda was a horrible.
Yeah, that was
horrible. That was a but to show you how great Inside Out 2 is, it is the only movie that is on this list that has been out for double-digit weeks.
Oh,
yeah. So
damn.
It's been out. It's been out for 11 weeks.
But the other problem is that there's basically two types of movies. One, for adults, 2 for kids. And everything on this list is not for, I'd argue Coraline is not for kids, that's for teens.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
Coraline deals with a lot of more mature stuff than what a kid would normally deal with.
or we don't want a kid to deal with, I'd even argue. So as far as it goes, nah, I don't believe that's the best metric, but I understand it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right, definitely.
So as far as it goes, you know, like the twins are not going to go ahead and watch. What's the name of that damn thing? Oh, sorry guys. The one you said was The Notebook.
Yeah, the end of us. No, there isn't. That I really think, like you said, it made this list. Although it kind of has something in it for everybody, if you ask me, but a little bit of something for everybody. But not really. You know what? There's not a movie on here that says it's for the whole family, and that may be an issue. They have some movies that are very adult on here, some movies that are like in the teen area, and then they have some movies that are very for young children.
Are you the Manson family? I'm asking because at this point, one of my favorite arguments is, what is normal?
Right. I understand.
You know what I mean? Oh, no. Unclick. Go back, because we got to go over one more, remember?
Yeah, we know, but we know what position it's in. We really don't even have to look at the screen.
Don't you want to go over 11, though? Because it's 12, so don't you want to go over 11?
All right. So for those that need to know, number 11 is Trap. That is another horror movie. It is it is not on the top of the list of as far as horror movies.
It's M. Night Shyamalan's quote unquote failure again.
Yeah, like he can't catch that lightning in the bottle anymore.
Well, so wait. Here's the better question. After Sixth Sense, name the good M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Some people like The Village.
I said good, not good enough.
It's not great, but it might be considered good.
And look, as someone who didn't see it but was told what the catch was, cool. But M. Night Shyamalan ruined Avatar. You took Kung Fu and Captain Planet and fucked it up, bruh. You're the kind of. Let me put it to you this way: my trust in M. Night Shyamalan is as minimal as I don't believe he can make a Josie and the Pussycats movie. And I've talked about this before. All you got to do is take Ariana Grande's sexy ass and put her in something and let her dance. Put Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, and De Jour Girl, and put her up there and let them dance and sing some songs and have some. Put Miles Teller as Archie. I bet you it'd sell. I bet you it'd sell better than anything M. Night Shyamalan could do. I bet you M. Night Shyamalan be a better football coach than a better movie director.
You think he'd be able to coach Dak Prescott?
Yeah, because he just get rid of him.
With a twist.
What are you, Surge, with the Lyman twist? No, but so Trap I was interested in. I won't even lie to you, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm waiting for it on Tubi though. I'm not going to pay money for that.
You are waiting for everything on Tubi.
There's nothing I wanted to see. I told you everything on here was poo, garbage, and straight trash. Like, okay, let me put it to you this way. You have kids, so you went to go see Despicable. Are you going to see Coraline with somebody?
No, I've already seen it. That's the whole
So,
reason.
yeah, well,
15th anniversary.
Yeah, so unless we're going ahead and like seeing something in theaters again like that we saw, I'm not going to see that again. Deadpool and Wolverine, if I can see it with people, because it's one of those I want to be like case in point, Avengers, when Captain America picked up Mjolnir. Mm-hmm. If you ever saw any of the YouTube reaction videos, or when Captain America cinches up the broken shield, he's looking like, I guess this is it. And what do you hear?
To your left.
Cap, on your left. And he looks with a look of wonderment and is like, all right, guys, we can do this. That was one of those payoffs. M. Night Shyamalan's Trap, I don't know what it's like to be a serial killer. That is not in my purview. That is not in my repertoire. Not trying to have it in my repertoire. None of these things are interesting to me.
M. Night Shyamalan or Michael Bay?
For what?
Who would you rather see a movie with?
See, this is where it gets very interesting as a concept. Because to go ahead and quote Rev Ross, Bay is the Belichick. I'm gonna get this cast together. I'm gonna throw some explosions and have enough of a twist where you're like, I can kind of see it. M. Night Shyamalan, I don't know what the fuck you saw. I don't know. And I guess part of the issue is Shyamalan. So here's a better question for you. I will throw it to you, but still answer your question. Who would you rather go ahead and do your first movie? M. Night Shyamalan or Jordan Peele?
Honest, I think I have a higher opinion of Jordan Peele than you do. I would pick Jordan Peele.
I would pick Jordan Peele as well. And the problem, though, is I believe I relate to Jordan Peele more than M. Night Shyamalan. First off, I don't know nobody who's named Night.
I get that, yeah.
You know? And it's one of those, like, as someone who never saw Sixth Sense, never saw Avatar, never saw Trap, never saw The Village. Name the good M. Night Shyamalan movies.
All the ones you just named.
They're not good. I said the good ones. No, I'm being dead ass serious. Name the good M. Night Shyamalan movies.
That's what I said. I said I wouldn't call them great. Well, I would call The Sixth Sense great. The Sixth Sense is a great movie. I would say The Village is a good movie. I don't know enough about Trap yet. I don't know enough about Trap in order to say where that would be.
So after I did a quick
the score review scores for it to find that out.
After I did a quick Google search, I'm looking at him. He did Trap, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Watchers, Split, Knock at the Cabin, Glass, The Visit, Seymour.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did the Split, Unbreakable movies.
He did Old, but I was like, Old is just
Glass.
a bad version of Thinner.
Yeah, those actually were pretty.
He did Signs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not good.
But Glass, Unbreakable, and Split actually were pretty successful movies.
He did After Earth.
Okay, he laid quite a few duds. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest M. Night Shyamalan fan, but
did you actually watch Stuart Little? Because I didn't realize he did that.
yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm surprised that he did that.
Whoa. Back this up. First off, there's 2 After Earth movies? That's number one. That's number one. The second one, I'm clicking it now. It's got a 7.6 on IMDb and 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Huh?
The name of the movie is The Shark is Still Working.
What?
I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy. This is the ways in which the film Jaws has influenced pop culture or discussed and reviewed.
Huh.
That's something I'd actually like to see.
Okay.
Because I can understand that. I can follow through with that. And it's not one, like, I'm not going in the water. You saw me in Assassin's Creed. Why I gotta go in the water? I'm looking, you don't assassinate people in the water. They already did. No, they got nothing for me in there. Do you see that crocodile? No, I don't want nothing you got to offer. So, yeah, just across the board, I don't want to see some of those people. And my concern is...
Have you seen the video of the lady that's from Louisiana that goes up to the water, and she said people always ask her, how does she know if an alligator is in the water? And then she goes down to the water and she touches the water and she said, if the water is wet, you think alligators in there and you walk the other way.
That is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Because I know I have change in my pocket. I got rocks. I'm going to throw it. And if it splashes, no. I'm not getting close. But the point I'm making is this, is that I believe M. Night... Let me go ahead and stop making fun of Rain Dakota and make fun of Tony Romo.
Oh, my God.
You know how Tony Romo was, like, able to call the play because he's like, I know what this is? It's the idea that those who can't do teach. M. Night Shyamalan's execution is kind of poo. But I bet you he understands the concepts. He just can't get it to be there as well.
Okay. I get that.
In Jordan Peele, he's now moving into the producing side more. But the idea of the redlining that was in with the clones. What's the one with the clones? With the smiles and underground and all that nonsense? Not Get Out, the other one.
Us?
Yeah, Us.
Mm-hmm.
Us was a very, very layered take. I don't know if Shyamalan has ever done a layered take.
Okay.
Because there's enough of his movies that are poo that I don't want to see it. Like, I had a friend of mine who, I got to go ahead and get him on here. That's one of the things for season 4. We're going to try and get more guests. But he told me he's starting to believe me that in regards to Dwayne versus John, that he believes John's starting to be just, like, he's just seeing the difference.
I mean, overall, the looking at the fact of, you know, the stuff that John is putting together as far as his retirement year, you know, with WWE, that's another reason why time is showing more and more that you were correct with that. You were one of the first people to mention that, and and it is true, you know.
But to go ahead and finish up before we get a little too off track, because so the answer between Jordan versus Mr. Shyamalan, I wouldn't mind having a conversation with him, because here's the other thing: how many people from the subcontinent of India have you had to have a true discussion with so you could have a cultural clash and have your own ideas challenged and verify if they're correct? Jordan Peele is like me. He's a black dude in America. I know those. I talk to those. I am one of those. But M. Night Shyamalan, I actually might choose, because he's trying to, imagine this. In India, his movies go over well because
that's what I was thinking. Is they may see closer to his vision of it than you make a valid point.
And that's the problem I'm seeing. Like, what am I missing that makes this bad? Was it Will Smith being in his movies? Like, I don't want to see Popeye. Do you want to see Popeye?
No, I don't want to see
exactly. Popeye. Now, moving on to number 12. No, because we were doing this. You did this, we're doing number 12. Borderlands. So,
moving on.
No.
It's closing line.
No, more explosions. In the words of Loaded Lux, you gonna get this work. So, who's the director of Borderlands?
Who was the director of Borderlands? I'm not even sure.
Eli Roth.
Okay.
And looking at it, every time I looked at him, I thought he was Sylar from Heroes. I realized it was a different guy. He is, as a director and producer, he's most closely associated with the horror genre, namely splatter films, having directed the films like Cabin Fever and Hostel.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that for a second. So you want this man covering action looter? And remember, I'm the one who said that I didn't like Borderlands. Borderlands is a shitty knockoff of Fallout. Period.
To me, that isn't exactly true, because I feel as though Fallout is meant to be more of.
I said for me, not for you.
Right. Oh, okay.
He also directed Thanksgiving.
Yes, that's another problem about it. But yeah, I'm not sure what they were thinking I really don't.
But you're
I
the
don't.
one that's defending Kevin Hart.
I am defending Kevin Hart. Yes, I'm not defending Borderlands, the movie. I did not agree with the decisions that they made on it. I did like Borderlands, the game, more than you.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Borderlands IP.
You're right. I got it. I feel as though it was much more of a high octane, high energy game than a game like Fallout. I did enjoy Fallout. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Fallout.
Have you finished watching the series?
I enjoyed Fallout.
What are you likely to watch? The rest of Fallout or the rest of Borderlands?
I like I was saying, I did like the Fallout game series. I probably played more Fallout than I played Borderlands, but Borderlands is something that there are certain games in which you love playing with multiple people. You love playing with other people,
and that's fair.
Borderlands is one of those games. Another game. One game that we know would never be a good movie, but me and my brother, I think we like playing the 2-player version of Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch has already been done. You just have to find the movie that's an analog to it.
Right. I can't imagine.
Because I would argue
Kane and Lynch are so unique characters, and I don't know.
I'd argue if you pared down Reservoir Dogs, you could get Kane and Lynch. I'd argue that. And I'd argue part of Deadpool and Wolverine would be Kane and Lynch.
In a way. I can see that.
So wait, let's back up a second since not everybody knows. Kane and Lynch was an Xbox 360 and PS3 game? PS4 game?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say PS4. I'd say PS3. Yeah.
But the point being is they're enforcers, hitmen, you know what I mean? And the funny part about it is there's one scene where I had to tell my brother, stop moving, stop shooting, but there's cops. And I literally had to show him. It was almost like Eternal Darkness, where on Lynch's side of the screen, he was crazy and everybody was a cop, while Kane just like, civilians, let's just walk past them and get to the hideout. But you saw cops, I'm not dying today, bang, bang, bang. You know? So, yeah, it made sense. So, one of those things that I'll always remember and appreciate. But back to Borderlands.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett was a fail. You're the one that said you liked Underworld. I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean she can still do it now. Fair?
Yes. That's
Two,
fair.
that wig was atrocious. That was the worst $50 million cosplay I have ever fucking seen. Bitch, do better. Whoever, if Kate Blanchett approved it, whoever greenlit that, bitch, do better. Whether it be Eli Roth, Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, the prop lady, Lionsgate, whoever did that, you'd have been better off putting Malcolm X's conch on that girl's head. No way, no how. That's number one. Number two, I'm not mad at Kevin Hart being cast. Black dude, easily accessible, recognizable name. I get it. And I said this off mic, but if you know anything about the Borderlands IP, Kevin Hart's character as Roland was for the Crimson Lance. He was a mercenary. He ended up leaving, defecting. How would you say that?
Defecting. I said.
And now he's wanted. And if you're a soldier and you have helped someone know their bigger picture and ended someone's life, you have a little bit drier humor than most. So I have no problem with Kevin Hart if he would have been a dry humor character. I just didn't think it worked completely with this. Tiny Tina, I don't get. Handsome Jack, didn't like. Like, you know who Handsome Jack reminded me of? Voss from Far Cry.
Yeah, you couldn't stand Voss. Certain people like those characters and certain people don't, and you don't like those kind of characters.
And the funny part is, Nacho was great, though, in Better Call Saul. Because it's the same guy, you know what I mean? So, as far as Borderlands is concerned, it was a poor misrepresentation of an IP. And part of it is the idea that the IP is designed to be immersive, and they can't do that in a movie. It's part of the reason why Halo sucked.
Once again, me and my brother will disagree.
I told you 95%. You want to do movies when I suck at movies. You did this to yourself.
No, people love the Insidious podcast, so I was just going with the flow.
That's because Backwoods Fleece Johnson is hilarious as a concept. Now, won't you? Now, with that said, I don't agree that this is a good summer blockbuster set. There's nothing that I really want to see besides, number one, Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't want to see the Epstein documentary. I don't want to see...
For those that don't know, he was talking about Blink twice.
I don't want to go ahead and see Twisters. I don't want to see Borderlands. Like I said, it's just one of those... I'll watch it with my girlfriend because she wants to watch it. But I'm single right now. So you know what I'm doing? Making money to get the girlfriend.
Gotcha.
So with that said, what else you have to add, brother?
I mean, that's about it. I guess it's closing time.
So I'm curious, guys. Go ahead and send us a line and let us know if you agree with me, Y&B Collins your favorite, or Chumptastic over here, Brother Wolf.
The more explosions, Brother Wolf. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Exploded that baby shit everywhere. Oh, you don't click now. Don't click now.
I don't know what